Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that your computer can do far more than answer your questions. It can research a topic, write the report, analyze the data, create the presentation, send the emails, write the software, monitor your business, and then continue working while you're asleep. That future is no longer science fiction. It is beginning to arrive. The AI revolution is entering a new phase, and this time, the biggest change isn't simply that AI can generate better answers, it's that AI is increasingly being designed to take action. Google's 2026 AI developments, for example, are moving search toward agents that can monitor information and perform multi-step tasks. And this raises a much bigger question. What happens when AI stops being a tool you use and becomes a digital worker that works alongside you? For years, our relationship with AI was simple. You asked, AI answered. But that's changing. The next generation of AI is increasingly agentic. Instead of simply responding to a prompt, an AI agent can be given a goal. It can break that goal into smaller tasks, use tools, search for information, analyze results, make decisions, and execute multiple steps. Google Cloud describes this shift as moving from individual prompts toward systems capable of orchestrating complex end-to-end workflows. Think about the difference. A chatbot tells you how to start a business. An agent could potentially help research the market, organize information, generate documents, and coordinate parts of the workflow. The difference is enormous. We're moving from AI that answers to AI that acts. And this leads to something even bigger, the rise of the AI workforce. Not necessarily robots replacing every employee. Something more subtle may happen first. One person could increasingly manage a collection of specialized AI agents. Imagine a small business with 5 employees, but dozens of AI systems working behind them. One agent handles customer questions, another analyzes sales, another creates marketing material, another monitors competitors, another helps programmers write and test software. Microsoft's 2026 Work Trend Index describes this transition as AI and agents taking on more execution, while humans increasingly focus on directing work and making decisions. The result could be a strange new economy, small teams with enormous digital leverage. The second major transformation is happening in how AI understands the world. Early AI systems were mostly text-based. You typed words, they generated words. But today's systems increasingly work across multiple forms of information: text, images, audio, video, documents, screens, and increasingly real-world sensor data. This is called multimodal AI. Imagine showing an AI a photograph of a damaged machine.
Instead of simply describing the picture, the system could analyze the visible components, compare them with technical information, explain possible problems, and help create a maintenance report. Or imagine uploading an hour-long lecture and asking, what are the 5 most important ideas? The AI doesn't just read, it can increasingly see, hear, and reason across different types of information. That changes AI from a text assistant into something closer to a general-purpose interface for information. But perhaps the most important development is happening underneath the surface. AI is becoming better at reasoning through difficult problems. Instead of immediately producing an answer, newer systems can spend more computational effort analyzing a problem before responding. And the progress has been dramatic. Stanford's 2026 AI Index reports that frontier models made major gains on difficult reasoning benchmarks, with some evaluations becoming saturated far faster than researchers expected. This matters because many real-world problems don't have simple answers. A doctor may need to compare multiple pieces of evidence. An engineer may need to diagnose a complex failure. A programmer may need to understand thousands of lines of code. A scientist may need to connect information from different fields. Better reasoning means AI becomes useful for increasingly complicated intellectual work. But there's an important warning. Better reasoning does not mean perfect reasoning. AI can still make mistakes, and those mistakes become more dangerous when AI has permission to take action. Another technology quietly undergoing a massive transformation is search. For decades, search worked like this. You typed a question, the search engine returned links. You opened the links, you read them, you made the decision. But AI is changing that process. Google's 2026 announcements include AI-powered search capabilities that can work across text, images, files, videos, and other inputs, and introduce search agents designed to monitor information and perform tasks. That means search could evolve from find information for me to understand my goal and help me accomplish it. Imagine saying, find me the best options, compare them, monitor the prices, and tell me when something changes. That's not traditional search. That's an AI assistant acting as an information agent. Now, take AI agents one step further. What if one agent isn't enough? You could have multiple specialized agents working together. One researches, one plans, one writes code, one checks the results, one handles communication, one watches for errors. Together, they become a multi-agent system. This resembles a digital organization, and businesses are already exploring this model. Google's 2026 research highlights agentic workflows in which multiple agents can coordinate to automate complex processes. The important idea is not that one AI will magically do everything.
It's that specialized AI systems could increasingly cooperate, just like humans work in teams. But there is one limitation that software alone cannot solve. AI exists inside the digital world. The physical world is different. A computer can generate an image instantly, but picking up a cup requires perception, movement, balance, timing, and understanding of the environment. That's why the combination of AI and robotics could become one of the most important technological developments of the coming decade. AI gives machines a form of intelligence. Robotics gives that intelligence a body. But don't expect science fiction overnight. Stanford's 2026 AI Index shows the gap clearly. Robots perform extremely well in controlled environments, but still struggle with many unpredictable household tasks. So the robotic revolution is real, but it is still being built. Software development may be another industry transformed by AI agents. Instead of asking, write this function, developers can increasingly describe a desired outcome. The AI can generate code, run tests, find errors, modify files, analyze documentation, and repeat the process. This doesn't mean programmers disappear. It may mean the definition of programming changes. The valuable skill may increasingly become knowing what to build, how to describe it, how to evaluate it, and how to control the AI building it. The programmer of the future may spend less time typing every line and more time directing intelligent systems. The next major battlefield may be personal AI. Imagine an assistant that understands your projects, preferences, documents, schedule, and ongoing tasks. Instead of repeatedly explaining context, you simply continue the conversation. Continue the project from yesterday. Prepare the meeting notes. Remind me what we decided. Analyze the latest document. Organize my tasks for tomorrow. This is where AI becomes less like a search engine and more like a personal operating layer. But this creates a huge question. How much of your life should an AI know? Because the more useful AI becomes, the more information it may need. And that creates one of the biggest challenges of the AI era: privacy. If an AI assistant can access your documents, messages, calendar, photographs, and business information, what happens if that information is exposed? What happens if the AI makes a wrong decision? What happens if someone manipulates the system? And what happens when an AI agent has permission to act on your behalf? The future of AI will therefore not be determined only by intelligence. It will also be determined by trust, security, and control.
Now we arrive at the question everyone wants answered. Will AI take our jobs? The honest answer is more complicated than a simple yes or no. Some tasks will almost certainly become automated. Some jobs will shrink. Some jobs will disappear. But entirely new roles can also emerge, and many existing jobs may simply change.
The important question may not be, will AI replace humans? It may be, which humans will learn to work effectively with AI? Microsoft's 2026 research argues that organizations need to redesign work around this new relationship between humans and AI agents. That means AI literacy is becoming increasingly important. And this could create a new kind of inequality, not simply between people who have money, but between people who know how to leverage intelligent systems and people who don't. One person may use AI to research for 3 hours. Another may build a system that does the same work automatically. One entrepreneur may work alone. Another may use AI agents to operate like an entire team. The difference isn't necessarily intelligence, it is leverage. But there's one mistake we should avoid: believing that AI is already perfect. It isn't. AI can hallucinate. Agents can fail. Robots still struggle with unpredictable environments, and autonomous systems can make mistakes. Stanford's 2026 AI Index notes that AI agents have improved substantially, but still fail a significant share of structured tasks. So the future isn't humans disappear. The future is more likely to be humans plus AI systems, plus increasingly powerful tools. The winners won't necessarily be those who trust AI blindly. They will be those who understand its strengths, its weaknesses, and how to verify its work. So where does all of this lead? AI agents, multimodal intelligence, reasoning systems, AI-powered search, multi-agent organizations, robotics, AI-assisted software development, personal AI. These technologies are not isolated. They're beginning to connect. And when they connect, something much bigger happens. An AI can perceive information, reason about it, plan, use tools, take action, learn from the result, and communicate with other systems. That begins to look less like a chatbot and more like an entirely new type of computing. The biggest AI revolution may not be the invention of one magical machine. It may be the gradual transformation of millions of ordinary tasks. The way we search, the way we learn, the way we work, the way we create, the way businesses operate, and eventually, the way we interact with machines themselves. The future will not belong simply to people who use AI. It may belong to people who understand how to direct it, verify it, and build with it. So don't ask only, what can AI do today? Ask a much more important question. What will happen when AI can act on what it knows? Because that is the transition we're beginning to witness. And this may only be the beginning. If you want to understand where artificial intelligence is heading, and how these technologies could change your career, business, and everyday life, subscribe to the channel. Because we're not just watching the future, we're trying to understand it before it arrives.